welcome to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
the fabulous Arizona Center.
And today we've got a very moving episode for you all.
So moving. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so you've heard us talk about our producer, Anne. This is one of her family members, Angelica. They are here to talk about Lainy's Light Foundation. This is a very personal story.
Very personal story, and how it just continues sharing the love.
Yeah. So basically, Angelica and her husband lost their daughter, Lainy, to cancer. And while she was alive, Lainy really loved kind of caring for and spreading some love and light to other children that she met while she was doing treatment. And so now her family is continuing that to honor her and doing some really incredible things. They've got a 5K fundraising event coming up and other ways that you can get involved and volunteer and support. So please stick around and meet Angelica and hear this incredible story from the heart.
Welcome back to the morning show. I am Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at the
fabulous Arizona Center.
And we are here with actually a family member of Anne, our producer, Anne, and we have Angelica here. Hi.
Hi, thank you guys for having me today.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. So you're with Lainy's Light Foundation. Tell us a little bit about who Lainy was and about the foundation.
Yeah, so Lainy is my oldest daughter, and so Lainy's Light is her foundation. It was made in honor of her. But I can't talk about Lainy's Light without talking about her and her story. So I'll start by saying that in the summer of 2023, she was diagnosed with a rare cancer. And in that time, she did treatment, she did surgeries, radiation, you know, all the things that you know of cancer.
Yeah.
So she started treatment. And she kind of found, I don't know if you would call it a comfort, but she found ways to kind of help other kids in her situation. And so I always say Lainy's Light began before Lainy's Light happened. My daughter lost her life in January. And from there, my husband and I started the Lainy's Light Foundation. And what we do is provide essentials for starting chemo for newly diagnosed kids diagnosed with cancer.
That's really incredible. So I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so maybe share a story or two about Lainy and how she would comfort some of the other kids and people that she was hanging around.
Yeah, so a funny memory that I have of Lainy is walking down the hospital floor while she's getting chemo, and there's like this big pole that we're walking around with, and she sees a little girl, and this little girl didn't have her family there, and she just felt so bad for her. She had such compassion for this little girl, and she thought, you know, Mom, like, I really want to buy her something just to make her smile. And so we did. We got her like this. We've asked the social workers what her interests are, what she liked. And so we made like a little care package and gave it to the girl anonymously. Mm-hmm. And so that was kind of her thing too. She never wanted glory or, you know, never wanted people to know it was her. And she's done this more than once.
Yeah.
So part of what we do with Lainy's Light is we make these care packages. And inside there's a blanket, a travel pillow, and another pack that has essentials for chemo. And there's also things that are specifically for the child, things they're interested in. And it's kind of like a reminder to say, like, hey, you're more than cancer. Like, you're still you, even though you're going through this hard time.
Right, yeah. And that's such an amazing testament to Lainy, that even when she was in a situation where a lot of people might be focused on their own suffering or own discomfort, that she was seeing that and wanting to help with other people. I mean,
extending her hand, reaching out to other people as well.
Yes, and
Yeah.
that's just who she was, and that's how she always was, even prior to her diagnosis. She's just a really caring young girl, and she just wanted to help people. She just loved, and like, you know, you can feel her energy. She just had an amazing, you know, good energy, and she was confident, and you know, prior to her diagnosis, you know, that's who she was. She was a giver and a lover and just an all-around really good kid.
Yeah, yeah. And I imagine that, especially probably the first time a child does chemotherapy, that's probably a really scary experience. And so having some things that are comforting are probably really significant for those kids and for the families. I never thought about kids being there without a family, though. That's interesting that you brought that up.
Yeah, a lot of the times, you know, so I always say that even though you had this life-altering thing come into your life, life doesn't stop there.
Right.
You know, bills are still there. Parents still have to work. And sometimes there's not both parents. And, you know, you rely on grandparents, or if you don't have grandparents, you really just rely on the professionals there to handle their job and take care of your kids, like, you know, if that were you.
Yeah.
But what a great way to share comfort is by, here's a blanket, here's a pillow, someone's thinking about your comfort.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And these were kind of things that we found were necessity every single time we were going to be admitted into the hospital, or even if you weren't being admitted, there's clinic days and you could be there, you know, for hours, all day. And it's like a chair like this, you know, and
Yeah.
so blanket and pillow, like, you know, get yourself comfortable. Our bags usually have things to pass time, and, you know, they're teens to babies.
Right.
And so I really try to focus on things that they're specifically interested. It's not like a just one for all. And as far as I call them car kits, but they're really take anywhere kits. And these are the kind of bags that I would carry with me everywhere we went. And basically what it is essentials for nausea.
Okay.
And they have like pill boxes, nausea smell sticks with like essential oils, mints, toothbrushes. Because really, even though you're in the hospital getting chemo, the nausea lingers. So things like this are helpful for when you're in the car going home, or when you're going to the store, or just trying to have a little bit of normalcy and you're out and about. Things like this will come really in handy when, you know.
So what have
Yeah.
been some of the responses when you give this to a young person?
So funny enough, I actually don't come in contact with the families. I work one-on-one with social workers, and they're the
Okay.
ones. But I don't necessarily ask to oh, did they like it? I want to know what they thought. It's more they'll just tell me like, oh, this child really enjoyed their bag. Or I've gotten a few emails where they'll send us pictures of them with their bag and say they really enjoyed it. And so part of what this kind of work entails is, since I don't get to come face to face with them usually, it's just like hey, this is the little bag that, you know, I hope it makes you smile. And also have been on the other side of that. Lainy has received bags herself that she loved, but at the time, you're just so not focused on, oh, let me make sure I thank them and tell them how much I loved it. You're just
Right.
in
You're
a
survival
different
mode.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what a way to honor Lainy and who she was and how she lived her life, and to continue this work. I think that's such an incredible thing. So I know that you've got a 5K coming up.
Yes.
You want to talk a little bit about the 5K?
Yeah, so the 5K is actually our first really big fundraiser we're doing for Lainy's Light. This is actually Lainy's birthday week. Her birthday's on the 4th of December.
Oh, wow.
So we thought, what better way to honor her and her birthday than
Yeah.
to do something big for her birthday. And we're doing a 5K run / walk.
I was like, I can't run, but
And so I also wanted to say that, hey, like, you know, don't be shied away from the 5K. You know, you can walk, you can roll, whatever. It's a family event for all ages. And so this fundraiser is to help us with the things that we do, which we provide financial support for families who need it, whether that's helping with a month's rent or utilities, making our bags, the essentials for in the bags, and the essentials for the car kits as well.
Okay, I have some logistic questions. So for people that want to either sign up for the 5K, or maybe they can't come to the 5K, but they'd still like to support, where can they do that?
Yes, we have a website, lainy'slight.com. We're also on Instagram at Lainy's Light, and there's links to sign up for the run, or you can choose to donate.
And do you ever need volunteers to help with like the packing of the kits or anything like that?
Yes, always. I love volunteers to help with packing. I have volunteers for events. We plan to have many events that, you know, will help with these things, and volunteers are always welcome.
I just know that we have kind of a decent sized population of folks that are retired and kind of looking for different ways to get involved, give back to the community.
And what a great way to give back to the community.
Yeah. Is there a place on the site where they can go and sign up for a volunteer spot, or they just need to message you?
There's not. They can message me.
Okay.
And if I don't have opportunities at the moment, there's many different
there's always,
ways
you always need
to
a helping
help.
hand at some point.
And there's ways to help our specific pediatric cancer patients. Or there's also ways to give. If you have a business, you know, that can offer an experience for a child who just would love to just get out and do something, things like, you know, they're just still kids too. Like I said, there's more, you know, to them than just having to get this treatment and stuff. We do run into like isolation with, you know, having this medicine and being immune compromised, and it's really hard for kids to get out and do normal things, but they still enjoy it. So it's really nice when we can work with businesses who allow us to have like private time for kids to enjoy.
Are you with certain hospitals or centers, or how does that work?
I'm based in Tucson, and so we are at the Diamond Children's Center in Tucson, Arizona.
Okay, perfect. That's great. Are you open to partnering with other organizations, like to do events or things like that?
Yes, absolutely. And I have before in Tucson. If there's a company that would like to help us coordinate events and stuff, I'm certainly all for it.
I'm just thinking about that organization we had on that throws the big parties.
Oh yeah.
For cancer survivors. I think they would be the Baller Dream Foundation. Are you familiar with them?
I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
Okay. Yeah, let's I think that would be a cool partnership. Because they kind of help with some of the experiences like you're talking about. Yeah, that would be beautiful. Okay, so what's your hope? What's your dream for this foundation? How can we, other than just giving money and that kind of thing, how can we best support you in making this everything you want it to be?
Well, I mean, thank you for asking that. But honestly, for me as Lainy's mom, it's just a pleasure to talk about her and who she was and continue her legacy through this foundation. And my hopes are to one day, you know, grow, come to Phoenix, come to have Lainy's Light available to anyone who really needs it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, such a beautiful vision, a beautiful story.
Thank you.
Lainy lives on with you and all the work that you're doing, and that's just incredible to see. I know Anne's crying over there. Yeah. And Angelica, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you guys for having me.
So we'll have all of the information available for the foundation and the details about the 5K. Everything you could want to know will be in the episode information or the video description if you're watching on YouTube. And
also the website. You can just go there for Lainy'sLight.com.
Lainy'sLight.com.
Yep. So you can find them there. And we want you to keep it right here. We have more amazing stuff coming your way. But please do let us know if you're going to be joining Lainey's Light Foundation for the 5K. Oh, we didn't. When is it?
That's actually this Saturday, December 6th, and it's at the U of A Mall. It's not literally a mall. It's a big lawn of grass. I know people, if you're from Tucson, you know that the U of A Mall is not a real mall. It's basically a big courtyard of grass.
I have to say, I did a 5K once and I came in dead last, like the very last
That's okay.
person.
You did it. I
Well,
feel like
but you know what?
that's a
But you
win.
finished.
Well,
Well,
barely. Yeah.
well, but you did. I mean,
I didn't realize this. Start doing the saying 5K. I don't want people to shy away. I've heard it a million times. I don't run. It's like, well, if you want to just get outside, have fresh air, you don't even have to finish. Just come out and there'll be vendors. There'll be activities for kids to do. So if you're a family person, you want to get out and just walk around, then we'd be happy to have you.
so just come out
There
and
you
support.
go. Yeah. All right. So Saturday, December 6th, U of A Mall, which is not a real mall, and you can.
But there is shopping because there'll be
There's shopping,
vendors.
There'll be vendors. Yeah, and just talk about supporting a great cause. So, thank you so much again. Keep it right here. We've got more amazing stuff coming at you just after this break.